It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
We got hockey. We got baseball. Oh, no, we don't. We got Dynamite after dark.
Woo! Hit the music, interns.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite after dark.
Holy guacamole! Wednesday night Dynamite, the road, if you will, to Full Gear, and we have a huge announcement to make. Yeah, we'll talk about the big surprise at the end, but yeah, on the road to Full Gear. This should be the big show, the one that sends people foaming at the mouths. We're gonna find out from our experts. I am, of course, your host. I am the JFB, James from Boston,
and I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm the patron saint of professional wrestling, Canada Dry.
Woo! Bubbly. And of course,
tell me who you are, guy down there.
Yeah, introduce yourselves. It's not like we haven't seen you before.
And I don't know, what do I call myself? I'm not the third wheel, but I'm like, am I the engine? Can I be the engine?
You can be the engine.
Yes. I'm the engine of Dynamite After Dark.
All right.
Your effing world champ, Trey J Styles.
Hell yeah. And of course,
I had a great night tonight. I don't know about you guys, but
well, we'll talk about that too.
Straight from the backwoods of Kentucky, I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs. Good evening.
Yep, we're trying to get him to start using Dr. Me and Canada Dry open up a one-day seminar to get your doctorate, and for 1 day, so it's official, because Canada's got all kinds of loosey.
I still have to defend my dissertation that guys like Brian Cage shouldn't do lucha moves.
Well, let's get started. Holy Christopher Columbus. Hey, in the comments, if y'all want to let us know how you did in AFW, we'd love to see whether or not you did well or you just crapped the bed. Oh, we shit the bed. Yeah. So let's go to our first match. We open hot. We didn't open with what I thought was going to open, but hey, what are you going to do? It's Jericho and Sammy versus Claudio and Danielson. Damn you, TK. And I know you watch. Damn you to hell, you son of a bitch, I hate the way you book opening and closing matches. Just makes me want to pull all my hair out. Oh, he already did it for me.
But it seems like, let me just say this. It seems like ever since this Punk shit went down, it's fucked with Tony Khan's head, and he can't book start and endings. He's like, I'm so frazzled.
I like to think that CM Punk might have been his cocaine dealer. I'm not sure.
He's like, that is coke no more. He's like, come on, we're Punk.
Cannot confirm or deny. Anyway,
hey, he's straight edge. It's Pepsi, not Coke.
Oh, that's right. Pepsi.
He's got the logo on his arm and everything.
He's straight edge, so he can't be a coke dealer. He's straight edge.
There you go.
Danielson, I think as we progress from the first day that Danielson showed up until today, he looks more and more and more like a homeless man. Brawls to open. I love it. Sammy biting his eye. Love the Liger surfboard. It's one of my favorite moves from Liger is that little surfboard. I love it. Huh?
I was agreeing.
No, it was great. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to look like Jericho when I turn 52 because I don't care what these people are body shaming him about on Twitter and stuff. That guy is yoked and ready to go. Here's the thing. I've decided to come up with a new T-shirt idea. All right.
Okay.
Ryan Barkin, pay attention. After 52 European uppercuts that Claudio gave Jericho, I am now officially crowning it. Welcome to European Upcut City, you bitch. Making the shirt right now,
there
Ryan Barkin. So, all right, let's start with Canada Dry. Your thoughts on the
But I think can I give you a slight note?
Sure.
Because it's European instead of your Uppercut City, can we call it Uppercut Province?
There you go. I like
no
that.
one else is using province right now.
All right, Barkin, you got to use it. Province, and we're Uppercut City. Welcome to European Uppercut Province.
There you go.
Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening match?
I thought it was well orchestrated. I think it really established that this is going to be a really good. It's not really a main event, but it's kind of in between main event. It's like a co-main event.
It's like upper mid card, I would say.
Yeah. So it's. I think Sammy looked good. I think Jericho looked good. I think everyone looked good. I think Daniel Bryan really played up that eye angle.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He played the shit out of that. So every 10 seconds, he's like, my eye.
It would have been a lot cooler if he came out with a cane and a pair of sunglasses. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that
was an eye patch for one match.
Yeah, maybe an eye patch, like bedazzle it with the BCC on there.
Yeah.
Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts on the opening match?
I thought it was a really good match. I honestly thought this was going to be the final match of the show. That's how I had this one placed. It seemed really weird being the opener, considering everything that came closer to the end, but I digress. It was a solid match. I don't have any complaints about it. All four of these guys did really well. Homeless Bryan Danielson is still the highlight of the show every week for me, so I enjoyed it.
Trey J, your thoughts?
So after I got through the initial shock of this being the opening match instead of the ending match, all of a sudden, I think I felt like it made sense, and I kind of knew how the rest of the show was going to go from that point. And I think it was very telling because this match was an attempt to give you a preview without giving the four-way away.
Yeah.
And I think one of the big things for that was Cesaro. I mean, not Cesaro. I guess I shouldn't call him Cesaro anymore, but Claudio hitting 15 rotations on the swing.
Yeah.
He never does that on regular TV before pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of what they were trying to set up with the story here is to make Jericho look vulnerable, to make Sammy look tough as nails after coming off a 2 out of 3 loss.
Yeah.
To make Bryan, of course, stay the highlight of the show, but still keep him out of the main decision. Yeah. And to make Claudio look great going into this. Storytelling wise, ring psychology, a lot of that went on. A lot of callbacks with Jericho having the bat again and Claudio taking it from him. Once again, Aubrey Edwards as the ref for this is always a highlight. So this match really did, in the grand scheme of the show.
Yeah.
If this match had been placed anywhere differently, it probably wouldn't have worked. But as an opener, it really set the stage for the show.
All right. So we get a.
You know what I also like? What I also liked about this match?
What's that?
Was they had the sharpshooter finally end a match.
Yeah.
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 They don't do that very often.
No, they don't. They don't. Yeah, it was nice to see it. It was beautiful to see the sharpshooter. So
I know that's one of Brett's complaints. If you're gonna do the sharpshooter, make it be a finisher.
Yeah, exactly. So we get a decent Mox and MJF promo video package. We get another Darby Allin in a body bag being driven around by Sting like it's driving Miss Daisy or something, like driving Miss Darby Allin. It's overplayed. We get it. He's this guy risks
body bags.
Yeah, exactly. The guy risks his life every time he steps into the ring. If he's not being tossed through or off of or into, I mean, the guy is. We get it. You're impervious to death. So we get it.
Very redundant.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was cool the first 12 times that you did it, but the 13th just kind of struck a nerve.
Well, it's starting to really kind of show off that Darby Allin, to a certain extent, is starting to get a little bit stale because there's not too many places to go with a character like that in the first place. Like Darby Allin always had a shelf life.
Yeah.
But now it's just coming faster than we expected.
Yeah.
Well, the three of them really have a shelf life. Jungle Boy, OC, and Darby. They're very similar type characters.
Yeah.
And see, I feel like the OC thing, though, OC doesn't have the same kind of shelf life because he's already shown like character evolution with Jericho, with Pac, with a few other people. Even the Will Ospreay match, I think that added like whole dimensions to his character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah, I think of the three, OC's got the longest he can be with that guy.
Yeah.
Because Jungle Boy was never going to be a world champion. Jack Perry could definitely be a world champion, but Jungle Boy was never going to be a world champion.
We were talking about that
Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about that on Sunday. All right, so we get our second match of the night. We're talking about Anthony Bowens, and going against him is going to be Swerve Strickland. What?
Yeah, Trey J is calling this time out. We just gonna skip over in Captain Insano and go straight to the match.
Oh no, I'm getting to
okay.
it. It's in my list. It's in my
notes.
Bad.
I thought we were going too far. Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
Yeah.
Does everyone? Wait a second. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Does everyone have a cold here? I got a sense that like everyone's gonna.
Yeah.
I've been on a set yelling and screaming. I've been on a film set yelling and screaming at people all day. So yeah, I'm a little hoarse.
Yeah, I got a cold.
Right. It's all right. It really is.
What about you, Jeremy? You got a cold too?
I've got some allergies. I don't have a cold though.
Okay, so it's just mostly me and Trey J.
Yep, definitely.
Flem City tag team with Flem City.
I am really nervous on how I'm going to sound when we do this in post.
You're gonna make you sound like this. All right, so we get
this is live, right, Trey J?
I do know.
My first note happens to be about Captain Insano. I literally jumped up and yelled, Captain Insano! And then I kept thinking of like Bobby Boucher, but I mean, if you don't know the reference, look it up. It's called The Water Boy. It's extremely entertaining. Music video was it was all right. It was kind of funny, but it's mocked the other team has been done before. Billy Gunn wants blood. I mean, that's how you're gonna he has to get blood out of one of these two stones that they're going against on Saturday. And then Swerve, he looked awkward, looked stiff. He looked like he just was phoning it in until about near the end of the match. So, Trey J, you go first. Your thoughts on?
I was really going to say that too. That Swerve looked like this was a very paint by numbers match, and then towards about the midway point, and I really think it was like right around that, like the high back suplex. Mm-hmm. That's when that match started to really click. It was like at that point, it was like we're about to take it home. We're in the last quarter, and that's when like we really saw a lot of brilliance out of Swerve in that, and facial expressions. Just a whole like his whole mood shifted. Like he came across like a guy that could win those tag team titles back.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts?
Swerve is awesome. I love watching that guy work. He's one person that I think legitimately got better when he left WWE and went to AEW. The other example being FTR. It seems like everybody else kind of went down a little bit when they switched. But
Keith Lee's no longer a Bearcat.
Yeah, well, that's true. Keith Lee is all right. Yeah. Which, by the way, did you see the guy they had playing the fake Keith Lee? Like he looked like a crackhead from Friday or something.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I thought that was like such a huge insult. He's like not even big, he's just fat.
Yeah, no, he just looked out of shape. Yeah, but the Captain Insano thing was fantastic. That was my favorite part of this entire episode, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting for him to go, he's a virgin.
Oh,
That's a solid match.
Yeah. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the second match?
First of all, I'd like to call out these assholes called the Acclaimed because I felt
dear
that
God, why?
what they said about poor Jay Leno, that was horrible, so tasteless.
Oh, in the opening,
Jay Leno?
what happened? What happened to Jay Leno?
He was in a car crash and got burnt.
Oh, geez.
He's
Yeah,
like
his face got
fucked up
severely
right now.
burned.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
yeah,
it's like
maybe
so tasteless. Like, it wrecks me for liking them, honestly, because I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a serious someone's tragedy, and
that's low hanging fruit.
yeah, I
what
don't
that
like
is.
that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so I didn't
that's
enjoy the
rap
whole music
metaphors,
video
though.
because of it. I missed all the goodness. I like the little toy phone though. I got the toy phone was so classic. But yeah, the Swerve. I really enjoy Swerve.
Yeah. Okay. Is it because he doesn't rap about Jay Leno?
Very much.
All right, so we get a Jade Cargill video package. It's the same old Jade Cargill. She's turning into very much a one-trick pony. It's whatever the focus is for her series of matches or series or whatever. But I was a big fan of Nyla Rose when she first got there. But she seemed very plain and in the box, and now she is just knocking it out. So let's talk about. Anybody got anything to add? Canada Dry? No.
Nope.
Okay. All right, let's move on. We get Tony Schiavone in the ring, and he is joined, of course, by Samoa Joe. What a great heel promo that was from Joe. It's been a very, very long time since we have had that kind of an intense, gritty, dirty promo from Samoa Joe. It seems like forever. Out comes Hobbs. They start. I thought for a second that when Wardlow came in, Joe and Hobbs were going to jump up together and form this like extremely weird, odd tag team. But yeah, so I mean, let's go. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the promo?
I like that Joe is turning heel, and he made sense too because he said he was going to take my belt. I have to but Joe makes a better heel than a face.
Oh yeah.
He's. I want him coming around just beating the shit out of everyone. I don't want to be like, oh gee, I like you.
Yeah, Samoan Wrecking Ball.
Joe is no fun.
Yep. Trey J, what are your thoughts on the promo from Samoa Joe?
I think that Samoa Joe, for as great as he is in the ring, I think AEW has not capitalized on how great a promo artist he is.
Yeah.
This promo was one thing about Samoa Joe. When he speaks, he sounds legitimate. Like you really believe that this is a guy that can hurt somebody. Like,
oh yeah.
And I mean, this might be a stretch to some of our, people that are our age, but Samoa Joe comes across like one of those legit tough guys, like Haku.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And to see him do this, and it's like you look at him and you're just like, yeah, we've seen tough guys come out, we've seen Lucha Cage and everything show up, and Wardlow just kind of run through him. Samoa Joe is not one of those guys that Wardlow could just walk through.
Yeah.
And I think that this was a really excellent showing promo-wise from Hobbs.
Yeah. Oh,
and I'm really glad that he didn't. I'm glad that he didn't come out with the embassy. I'm glad he didn't come out with anybody else.
Yeah.
I think that what we're seeing here is Hobbs is going to come out of this, regardless of the outcome. He's going to come out of this looking the best out of the three.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Samoa Joe's already there. Wardlow is starting to get a little bit washed.
Yeah.
And Hobbs is fresh. So whatever happens, we know that if Tony Khan is smart, he's going to make sure that this guy is destined for better things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and if you put the belt on Hobbs, you could have the chase happen again, which is so much better for Wardlow.
Yeah. Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts?
I love Samoa Joe as a heel.
Yes.
I love him as a heel. I love his promos, and he does come across like a legit badass. Yeah, he really does. there's just something about the way that he comes across in these promos. You think that he could legitimately beat your ass.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's what you're supposed to convey whenever you get on screen with a microphone in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad as well that Hobbs is kind of on his own here. I think this kind of triple threat feud here is going to be something special.
Yeah.
I'm glad Wardlow has like an actual real legitimate feud this time.
Yes.
They did the typical trope of guy in the ramp is going to turn around and look at the entrance. Guy in the ring is going to look at the entrance, and the camera shot's going to get a perfect view of both of them and what's behind them. Oh, Wardlow comes out of the crowd. Hadn't seen that before.
Yeah.
but I can't complain. It was a good segment.
Yeah, it was a good segment, and I do as much as I also hate that trope. I really hate that trope as well, but I think this time it was executed well because yes, Wardlow got the spear off, but it wasn't like Joe was down. Like this was that was like the kickoff to the fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's great at these little brawls that happen.
Yes.
Yeah. He's always been very good at that.
And to see it like kind of this was the locker room clearing brawl too. Yeah. And even to see Wardlow do the dive over the top, it's like, for an episode that given the 6-man tag could have been completely littered with that.
Yep.
To see it was a decent change of pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Britt promo, Mr. Isaacs, your thought on the Britt Baker promo?
I thought it was really good. Yeah, I like the fact that she had a more serious tone this time. I think these two girls are doing a fantastic job of promoting this match.
Yeah,
no complaints. I thought it was great.
Yeah, they're building up excitement so that way, if the match goes sideways, at least they got viewers to come in just to watch that match.
Yeah.
I really hope for a good match, but I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. But the promo battles have been fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give the chances of the storyline matching the storyline. I give it like a 2,552 to 1. So I mean, if you want to take that bet, I'm always open for bets like that. So Rich, I totally agree.
Y'all realize that we can never now because of that comment, we can never let Rich Southwood be on this show.
You bunch of sourpusses. Rich, I am with you 100%. I love Britt Baker, so maybe I need a new co-host. That's what I'm saying.
You are replaceable.
That is true.
I was totally set to replace you today. I was ready.
Yeah. That's right.
Canada Dry hit me up today, and I was like, "He's like JFB might not be able to make it today." I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this whole thing up. Like this is gonna be great. Like it's gonna be totally in a good way."
We 2 weeks in a row. The shit.
Yeah, we broke it at 5:30, and then I said, "You guys have 30 minutes to get all the equipment into the truck and close the doors and start it up and take it back to the studio, or else I'm driving the truck and I'm taking it home because I got stuff I got to do." And I had to do my podcast. So, I mean, geez, it was razor thin. I got home right.
Well, I was like, wow. He's can't talk about predictions, but he can.
Yeah.
I always got to have a backup sometimes.
Always have to have a backup.
And you got good people.
Oh, of course. I feel like if I was to be stricken down, that the show will go on, and we got a collection of people that can come on and that are just amazing. So,
and what's nice is our roster is getting more reliable, and stronger all the time.
Yep,
definitely,
absolutely. So let's talk about our third match.
Wait! I get it. I wanted a Brit moment.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you notice how much of a face promo this really was, though?
It was a huge face promo.
It was a huge face promo. Like I felt like the tide shifted a little bit, and I started to wonder, like, what if Saraya's the heel in all this after all? I mean, this could be a thing. Oh, I'm gonna go after Britt. I'm gonna make Britt look bad, and then boom, I'm gonna lay it into Toni Storm later. There was just so much that I saw there because Britt was like, I don't need Tony Schiavone. I don't need this. I don't need, and she just really just spoke, and it was like she's absolutely right. Like, you remember that scene from Falcon and the Winter Soldier? She's out of line, but she's right. Like, that was how I felt watching this, and it was and it was good. And I was like, "Ooh, Saraya is gonna have her work cut out for her when she comes up and does her part later." And we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, we will talk about it. So our third match of the night.
Yeah. I got some shit to say.
No, you don't, because you're just gonna trash Britt Baker.
I'm not.
All right, hit it, Canada Dry.
Okay, first off, she had resting bitch face for this whole thing.
I mean, given what she said, though, it was absolutely right to have it.
This is her doing a promo. Like, why can't you just look like you're strong? And like, she looked like she was gonna cry. Like,
yeah, she was. You could tell that she actually was, because when she started talking about the empty arenas and the COVID era, like that was personal to her, I think, in a lot of ways. And when she said, she told Saraya, "You're never gonna know what that's like." It was like, damn.
Yeah,
I think I might have to.
Wrestler, I'd be like, good. It sucks wrestling in front of no one.
The views expressed by Canada Dry are not those necessarily. Blah blah blah.
Yes, they are.
I mean, that. Let's talk about. I mean, who's next? I totally lost track.
Oh, we're on the fourth match now.
Oh, we're on the fourth match.
Yeah, you're on the fourth match.
I'm glad you're the backup host, because
man,
right?
It's been a long week.
Exactly, hosted Jason,
and it's only Wednesday, so
yeah.
Let's go to our fourth match. Fourth match is Ethan Page versus Bandito. He is so great on the mic, and they waste that talent. WWE wastes, or any promotion he's been in, they have wasted his talent and how he can cut a promo.
Wait, was Bandito was that match before the 6-man? That match wasn't before the 6-man.
No, yeah, it was after the 6-man.
Yeah, it was after. We haven't done the 6-man yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then so my bad. Third match of the night.
Fuck off 6-man. What are we, ROH?
Trios.
All right, let's do the third match really quick. Death Triangle versus Top Flight with AR Fox. Darius looks awesome.
AR Fox,
yes.
What? Mr. Isaacs, he let us know something in the chat today. You want to go ahead and tell everyone, since this is Dynamite After Dark?
Yeah,
sure. Sure, I'll share it with you. So I was listening to a podcast, another wrestling podcast a few years ago. I won't say their name or anything, but they happened to review a certain video that AR Fox made a few years ago, a salacious video involving him and other men. So
really?
Was Lars Sullivan one of the other men?
What's that?
Was Lars Sullivan one of the other men?
I didn't see anybody wearing an A&W shirt. So I don't think he was in this one, but this was kind of a funny scenario of like AR Fox was like wanting to get with this girl, and like this another dude was in there, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to get with Candy? Well, you gotta get with me first."
You can let Dallas know that this was happening, and Dallas was like, "Well, I have to put my Google on dark right now. I'll be right back."
It was legitimately one of the funniest things I've ever heard on a podcast. Of course, they were taking the piss out of it and reviewing it and everything. But the famous line was, "Candy had to go." Let's just put it that way. You could Google AR Fox "Candy had to go" and find the full story.
All right.
I don't want to Google this. We're after dark. We're not that.
My computer's just going to start melting and exploding for no reason at all.
Yeah, I still have political aspirations, so.
Yeah.
Really? You have political aspirations?
Yeah. Who, me?
Me.
No, Trey J wants to run for office or something.
He's going to be president.
Do it. I'll be here.
Yeah, I can't have that AR Fox on my browser history.
Yeah, no.
He's gonna come out. Trump will roast you on that one.
Hey man, it's 2022, brother.
So it was a good match. We had Ethan Page power base versus Bandito as a high flyer. Love the exposure that Bandito is getting. He is well overdue to be introduced to the casual fan. Somebody big should have snapped him up years ago and got him out of Mexico in AAA. So Let's go with Mr. Isaacs. Your thoughts on Death Triangle versus Top Flight with AR Fox, the porn star.
Fun trios match like always. Not really anything stood out to me other than AR Fox making his AEW debut and me thinking about that podcast and that being on my brain the entire match.
Pause.
Dude, you had to go. Dude, seriously, some of the other dialogue that was just so hilarious. Like, you seriously have got to look this up. I can't say it all here. I don't want to get you guys kicked off the air, but
yeah,
we have not been monetized yet, and we want to be. Okay, we're close.
So you need to wait till after monetization, and then
we don't want to
demonetize. So we just won't do it. We were monetized, then we're demonetized.
But monetize everything but Dynamite After Dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go. This is going to be the demonetized.
We're just going to put this. We're going to put this on the AFW OnlyFans site.
There's no censorship there. I could
this needs to be like a all effing wrestling Patreon only show or something.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's an idea. That's an idea. Canada Drive. Me and you will talk later about that. Anyways. Canada Dry, your thoughts on Death Triangle versus Top Flight with the porn star?
It wasn't Joey Ryan, it was a real one.
I actually think he's, other than his video appearances, he's actually really talented. He's actually a really good wrestler. I'm really surprised at this. Actually, Natalia Markova was actually commenting on one of his things, and she said he's really good.
Yeah,
he's been around a long time.
Yeah,
I've never seen or heard of him, and I'm pretty.
No, I haven't either before that.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen into indie scene, and I don't know why this guy has escaped me.
I think I saw him on.
Maybe it is because of the video. It's kind of
all his video. Yeah, do I know you from somewhere? Oh, that's right. Candy's gone.
Yeah, he was like he was pretty featured on Lucha Underground for a little bit too.
Who was he in Lucha?
I think he actually went as AR Fox.
Okay, so that had to be like third season then, because that's a lot.
Things started going off the rails.
Yeah, exactly. That's when
I stopped. Time to bring in the porn star. We're in season 3. Time to jump the shark.
It's Val Venus.
So, fun fact: if you guys get bored one day, you can actually see AR Fox versus Austin Theory match from back in the day.
Oh wow!
I'll have to check it out. Yeah. So, Trey J, what are your thoughts on the 6-man?
I was really happy to see Darius Martin. Because you guys all know that he got in that massive car accident back in February.
Yeah.
And it's not that should be a trend, but to notice how many people that are in AEW right now
hold that thought.
Okay.
We got a comment here.
Wow.
Sexyfine.xyz.
Is your sister named Candy?
Look at hot photo of my sister.
Did she have to go?
Uh-oh.
It's kind of the dark. You have to show that.
Oh man, Trey J, keep going, brother.
But you notice like how many guys who have had bad car accidents, like Daniel Garcia and a bunch of these other guys, that have come out the other side and are like still like massively talented, like Darius didn't look he lost a step.
No,
and I've always been a bigger fan of Darius than I was Dante, but Dante got because of the 2 back-to-back injuries, Dante got more of the spotlight. But to see Darius kind of really go, you start really saying, okay, this guy does have it. Like he has something great about him. And even though the outcome of this match was never in doubt, and it was kind of a lead up to something else, I think all 3 of the AR Fox and Top Flight look really good in this.
Yeah.
But Pop really shouldered a lot of the load in this match. That was a bit surprising to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. Of course, after the match, for some reason they gave mics to Pac, Penta, and Ray Phoenix, and then they went ahead and started cutting a promo. And then Pac carried it out, just said, hey, blah, blah, blah. We know who you are. We know that you're coming back. And the worst kept secret in all of freaking wrestling land since CM Punk came to AEW is, that's right. We have a full gear match. It's going to be Death Triangle versus the Elite. What do you think, guys? Because I thought it was just bullshit.
Yeah, they're getting those belts back.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. The dumbest part about this is with the whole like erasing thing.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like a perfect setup for an Adam Cole return.
Exactly.
For him erasing the Elite, and then like us, leading to something else. Because I mean, we have the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And the Kingdom versus the Elite is still a top flight. I won't say top flight too many times in this thing, but a top tier matchup.
Yeah,
if given the right way, because the Kingdom have not been used well here, and it's like you got to think that has to be for a purpose.
Yeah,
and I'm also disappointed that we're not going to get our outsider shtick.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
Yeah,
they're not going to be outsiders.
I thought that would have been brilliant.
Damn it, Tony Khan, you had a gold. We gave you a pile of gold.
Yeah, we gave you gold on a silver platter.
Come on,
you treat it like shit.
Listen to it. Come on.
Making chicken shit out of chicken salad. So
making chicken salad into chicken shit.
No, I like the other way because I'm.
No, but that's what he's doing.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
take an idea.
Absolutely. All right, so we talked. I talked really quickly my thoughts on Ethan Page versus Bandito. Canada, your thoughts on this match?
Bandito, he looked great. Absolutely. Yeah. Did you see that one arm body slam?
Yeah,
yeah, that was dope.
I was looking at his arms. I'm like, he's not that big, but still,
a good core. It's all in the core.
Yeah. So yeah, I was impressed with that match. I was still wondering where this is going. Who's going to win? Ricky Starks? Because Ricky Starks is winning a Rampage, obviously.
Yeah.
So who's going to win? Ethan Page, Ricky Starks? It all depends where it's going with MJF, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on purpose to make us. It's part of the is he heel or is he face?
Yeah,
because he can fight either way, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Trey J, your thoughts?
I'm more and more beginning to like Bandito, but Ethan Page has kind of like always been like one of my like low-key favorite guys. Like when he was with the North, when he did the Karate Man stick, when he did the Ethan Page versus Karate Man stick, even though it was like massively disappointing what we were expecting.
Yeah.
It's just I've always felt like Ethan Page is like a great talent.
Yeah.
Maybe not even necessarily a main eventer, but definitely like a guy who could have been your solid mid-card champion.
Yeah. Great question. Absolutely. Who's better, Miz or Ethan Page?
Oh, Miz, by far.
Yeah.
But that's also because we've had 15 years to know Miz.
That's what I'm saying.
With Ethan Page, I think that like there's a lot that we could unearth with him.
What I'm saying is if you put Ethan Page in all the situations that Miz was in, he would have done it better.
I think that is very possible.
Yeah.
I think that's very possible. Ethan Page is just one of those guys that I've always felt like is super talented and just needed a chance.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Because he delivers. He delivers on the mic. He delivers in the ring.
Yeah.
And he's just like one of those talents that you're just like, just I like Julian Mischivisky as a person. I'm sorry. It's just like that's.
Yeah. I mean,
what I like about this is even if he doesn't beat Ricky Starks, he still gets that moment to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Full Gear.
I mean, in all honesty, he is probably one of the most underused wrestlers in wrestling today. Like, I feel like no matter where he goes, they just don't know what to do with him, and so they just interject him into just weak stories that don't accumulate to absolutely anything in the long run.
Yeah.
Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts on Ethan Page and Bandito?
I love Bandito. Like, I've always been a big fan of his. He reminds me so much of WCW Cruiserweight luchadors. Like, that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
That kind of what I call that Americanized lucha style.
Yeah.
Where it's like lucha, but it's like less sloppy with actual selling.
Yeah.
That's what Bandito does, and he's good at that. So I love watching his matches. Ethan Page, he's never really like tickled my fancy much in the ring. Like I think he's all right.
Yeah.
He is a good promo guy though, and I'm glad that we're seeing more of what he can do on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see more of him down the road, and I don't know where they're going with this tournament. I kind of think it's looking like possibly Ethan Page against MJF.
Yeah.
But that's if they make MJF a face. So I don't know. I think that's kind of where they're leaning towards, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Did you got a hairball over there?
A little bit.
Stokely Hathaway looks more and more like Carlton Banks every week. It's just like he is like purely like Carltonized at this point.
Yeah.
Do you know who else looks like Carlton Banks? Trey J Styles.
That's okay. Anyways,
you know what's crazy though? So like Ricky Starks is going against Lance Archer on Rampage, which is live, right?
Correct. Yes.
So are they going to have him go? Are they going to have the winner go against Brian Cage on the pre-show?
I mean, they'd have to.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I can figure that would make that even work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be on the pre-show.
Lucha Cage.
Yeah. Lucha Cage. We get Jungle Boy, Christian, and Luchasaurus video package. My only thought on this is how good of a match is this really going to be with what's his face, Luchasaurus having an arm injury. So, anybody got any thoughts on the package, or you want us to move on?
How to get dinosaur in a cage.
Yep, there we go. Dinosaur in a cage. We got a really good Soraya promo.
Wait a second. There's a cage, but he can't go in the cage because he's on the outside of the cage.
Who?
His
what,
manager.
Luchasaurus'
managers. Luchasaurus' manager. He can't be in the cage.
Christian? I don't know. Maybe they'll put him in
the cage. Is not in the cage.
Oh, geez.
There's a failed joke. Move on.
If you got that bell,
encompassing a cage.
Yeah, I do have that bell. Wait. There you go.
Womp, womp. We need that womp, womp, womp.
I can find one.
I did not like Soraya's promo this time around.
Oh, really? I thought it was okay.
I think that Britt's promo was so much well done. And it's kind of like she really didn't leave Soraya anything to say because it had been done. Like it was done. And so her kind of going with the whole, I'm sick of talking, we're going to see you on Sunday, was kind of like, well, yeah, because she just fucking 8-miled your ass.
Yeah.
But I think that was on purpose because Soraya got her last week. She needed to have a rebuttal. You kind of give it to her, right?
Yeah.
I mean, with that though, you don't push that to so late in the show. You let Soraya go first, and then you let Britt just destroy her at the end, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Because
they should have had Soraya go first.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But we did talk about this in the chat. Soraya looks great. She didn't look so plastic anymore. She's looking more natural.
Yeah,
that's the more natural beauty, which we appreciated.
Yeah, she didn't look like she was cast out of plastic.
Yeah, I don't know what she did, but it's like she went back the other direction again, which is good.
I think she stopped the collagen, is what I think it was.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably you're just injecting fat in your lips. It's kind of gross. Anyways, let's get to Anna Jay versus Toni Storm. Originally I thought this was supposed to be the bunny, correct?
Right. The bunny got sick apparently.
Okay.
They haven't confirmed whether it's COVID, but they do say she has an illness.
Oh, geez.
Went to the vet.
Okay. So
we put the bunny to the vet.
Yeah, took the bunny to the vet.
I was wondering which of the three of you was going to catch that first.
I got it.
I got it. I got a point.
I quicker on the draw.
Yeah, it's good to see Anna Jay wrestling, and she is really doing a great job as a heel. Like I'm like completely surprised. Storm, she had to look good taking punishment because I think that's going to build up it's going to build up people wanting to watch that match and that match actually having some meaning to it. Of course, Hater comes in. There is no really altercation. They kind of go nose to nose, and that's how it ends. Let's go with Trey J. Your thoughts on?
Nobody told Tony Storm that Hater was coming out. Clearly.
Yeah.
Did you notice like there was like a massive miscommunication where like Tony Storm was about to start swinging?
Yep.
And I was just like, and basically Hater had to like be like, yo, chill. We got to just do this.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is the weirdest moment ever between like two women wrestlers on AEW. Like this was awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
This match was weirdly placed as well. Like,
yeah.
Just before, like, I feel like they could have maybe put this after Jericho, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there was a spot for this, given that, you know, what was supposed to come next. I mean, you got to give people their bathroom break.
Yeah.
Once they swapped Anna Jay for the bunny, you knew that, you know,
it's supposed to be the main event, though.
Yeah, but was it, though?
I know, but it's the classic place where the main event goes.
Yeah.
But you know what was even weirder, too? After Hater comes out, they show a preview for London 2023 for AEW.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, well, I want to see that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. A lot of stuff was weird in those last like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. It kind of felt like it fell off the rails quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts?
You know, it was an okay match. I mean, I had to step out of the room once during this, so I didn't really catch the whole thing. But
didn't miss much.
Yeah, it from what I saw of it, it didn't really enamor me that much.
Yeah,
in all honesty.
Would you guys... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I saw a little bit of the Hater confrontation at the end. I'm like, okay, that's just a typical blow off match, so they can look at each other and yell at each other, and hey, we're gonna fight. Come watch us fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing really that special.
Yeah.
So would you guys say that Anna Jay has gotten better over the last year or so? Because I feel like she has.
I think so.
I think Anna Jay was the biggest beneficiary of Brandy leaving and an injury in wrestling history. Like those two things were just great for her career because she still gets to be the Queen Slayer, never had to give that lick back. You know, kind of stuck with Ty Conti, even though Ty Conti never officially joined the Dark Order. She definitely joined the JAS.
Yeah.
She gets a lot of screen time for somebody who doesn't have to produce that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good.
And I think that's really where the benefit is going to come for her because
you didn't answer my question. Has she gotten better?
Well, it depends on it. You know, as a wrestler, no.
No, you don't think so?
As a character, yes.
Yeah,
and I think the character part is going to be more important.
Yeah,
she's like Anna Jay's 24, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So Anna Jay's got at least a good 8 years of wrestling if she chooses.
I think she's gotten a little bit better over the last year or two. From when we first saw her, I think she's definitely grown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, JP, on that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you're only going to get better with time. I mean, that's just it. It's a craft that
you got to have the reps.
Yeah, you have to constantly be learning how to be better in your craft, and that goes for whatever writing all the way through being a professional wrestler. So
definitely.
Kendra, your thoughts on it?
I pretty much gave you my thoughts. We'll move on.
Yeah. Okay. So we break for a commercial. We come back, and our main event, or at least what's going to close this episode of Dynamite, is Jon Moxley. I call it the championship hype skit. Moxley comes out, does his normal, everyday, universal Moxley badass promo.
Gargle piss.
Yeah. I drink piss. I bleed all the time. I'm a drunken alcoholic. My name is Jon Moxley. I have a
piss blood, and then I drink it again, so I drink blood.
And
stop making me drink blood and piss.
Yeah,
I'm addicted to it.
So we
can
get
make a new energy drink, blood and piss energy.
I think somebody has. We'll have to look. I'll Google it. If not, we're going to trademark that son of a bitch really quick.
Blood and piss energy drink.
Yeah. Then we get, of course, the Ethan Page and his gang, his group, their faction comes out. They interfere with, they start attacking Moxley. Out comes MJF. He kind of takes everybody out. So he, I guess he got respect for the ass kicking that he got last week. And then he cuts his promo, and then they kind of square off, and that's it. That's how we ended the show. Canada Draw, your thoughts on the Moxley, or I'll call it the championship hype skit.
Skit.
It was an interlude.
I really hate when the announcers and John Moxley call him the best wrestler on the planet.
Yeah.
Because he's not even close.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler. He's great. Like, he's a good entertainer. He puts on a good show, but he's nowhere near like Omega or Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
It's just,
Mr. Isaacs, you're
hard, and he's like down here. Come on.
I agree with you on that.
Mr. Isaacs, your thoughts on this closing segment?
This is a very weird thing of me to notice, but Ethan Page just wrestled a match, went backstage, put on dress slacks, tucked in a shirt, knowing that they were going to come out and attack a guy like 5 minutes later.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he was like, "Hey guys, let's go." Oh, hold on, let me tuck my shirt in.
It's like, fuck, I have my Dockers on, man. You're going to give me some warning here? I would have left my tights on.
Yeah. Couldn't I just change it?
Wasn't the big guy in his tights though?
I don't remember. But
I think he was all in his tights and he didn't even wrestle.
Weird logical inconsistencies like that. I don't know. That just kind of drives me crazy. I think they need like a logic booker backstage. I remember
if you're not wrestling and you're attacking someone, you better be in your damn street clothes. Don't be in fucking tights.
And not Dockers, guys. Come on, let's wear jeans here.
Yeah. If you were wrestling that night, you can be in your wrestling gear.
Yeah. That just really threw me for a loop for some reason, but I digress. Anyways, it was a typical Mox promo. I didn't think it was that good. Regal's just kind of standing there, not doing anything or contributing anything, which is
making weird little faces here and there.
I mean, Regal always makes a weird little face. That's kind of his thing.
That is correct.
Regal's
comes out, blah blah blah. He cut a very generic promo. It was just like, whatever. I mean, do you think Regal's going to turn on him? Is that what's going on here?
I think they're teasing that, but I don't think he will. I think they're teasing. They know that
teasing
people
the
are
hell
thinking
out of
that.
it. Yeah.
So smart.
It's a little swerve they're trying to give us.
Yeah. Trey J, your thoughts on the match?
I think the best part
on the promo.
The best part, right? The best part of John Moxley's promo is when he called Willie Yuta his young boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's always just like the funniest wrestling phrase to me.
Young boy.
But like, I also kind of cracked up in that whole like beatdown thing. Moxley went down quick. Regal was still standing like the whole time. Like, it was like 3 people on Regal, and he was just like,
yeah.
Regal had a flashback.
He was having Fit Finley flashbacks of their shit on WCW.
Yeah.
That motherfucker remembered David Taylor and shit. But yeah, the whole thing does reek of a swerve. I mean, like, MJF like loves tapping everybody to like knock them out.
Yeah.
It's like, please let something happen with this. Don't let it just be a thing. Like, the idea that they could pull like something together with this would actually give people hope that Tony Khan can do long-term stories better.
Is this going to be kind of like the Bully Ray thing with Aces and Eights, where he came out? It was like, yeah, I let them attack me, man, because I knew it would get one over on you, Hulk and Brooke. Yeah.
But it's got to be better than that because they just swerved us like 3 months ago. The whole MJF thing. We knew it was a work, but it's like they really played it off as real. It's like they gotta. You can't keep hitting us with that too many times.
Yeah.
Like you're starting to go like. There's a reason why nobody watches Shyamalan movies anymore. The idea of the twist is it's kind of cliche.
Yeah, it's been done to death.
You cannot come on this show and diss M. Night Shyamalan.
All right, guys. So
but only once in a while.
Yeah, only once in a great while. Ooh, a twist. So we're at the end of our show. We're gonna go ahead and do let's do favorite segment and let's do our bell counts. I'm gonna go with Mr. Expert first. Best favorite match and how many bells?
Well, my favorite thing on the entire show was Captain Insano. Let's be clear here. But if I have to choose a wrestling match, I'm going to choose the opening tag match.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought the show sucked. Just being honest, I didn't like it. I'm going to give it 1 bell.
Okay. Trey J Styles, your thoughts?
It was definitely one of those shows that was a little bit off-putting, but I think that we were lucky enough that they gave us the Jericho match first.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if the fact that they gave us this Jericho match first, if I wasn't doing this with you guys today, I probably wouldn't have watched the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But the Jericho match was solid. It actually made me more excited for the ROH title match.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my thing. So I felt like that match was my favorite match.
Yeah.
I did like the fact that Britt's segment was great.
Yeah.
So I'll give it 2. I'm gonna give it 2. I feel bad whenever I give more than Mr. Isaacs. I always feel like, damn, I have just let this man down. But but he's wearing a Kentucky Wildcats like gear, so I'm gonna have to just like we just both have to suck today. But yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 bells.
Yeah, let's not talk about that basketball game last night, fellas.
No,
that did not happen. All right,
that didn't happen. That's like the Jericho versus Triple H title match.
Yeah,
never happened.
Yeah,
never happened. Canada Dry. Trey J, how many bells? Oh, he got huh?
Oh, yep, I got 2 bells.
Yeah, 2 out of 4. So Canada Dry. Favorite segment and number of bells.
I feel this is probably one of the weakest AEW shows in a while. Just nothing really stood out with just like made you go, oh, this was awesome. Usually go home shows, they're supposed to do that, aren't they?
No,
they didn't do that.
It's supposed to make you want to buy the pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I feel like the first match was fun. It did make you want to buy the pay-per-view, that first match, because you want, well, what's going to happen? They did a great job of that. I feel Saraya and Britt Baker, they really did a good job building this matchup. So I feel they did their job for that.
Yeah.
The rest kind of didn't. So I'm going to give it 2.5 just to up it a bit.
Okay. My favorite match, of course, was that first match. That set the tone of what I thought was going to be a great night. A night that was going to make me go, thank God I paid $50 for the Full Gear pay-per-view. Instead, what we got was so poorly executed show. I mean, it was an absolute shit show in the middle of a shit storm. It was just crap everywhere. There's just crap everywhere. And
might be Dumb and Dumber when they're like, when he's like, there's shit all over the bathroom. Oh,
yeah. There's shit everywhere.
Bob Saget.
So I'm gonna give it 1 bell. I can't give it. I wish I could go a half bell, but I gave it 1 bell. Yeah,
Wow.
you are not going to win people to pay to watch your pay-per-view when you put out a shit go home. It just doesn't work. I almost want to call Bleacher Report and tell them I want my money back. You know, like I mean, like that's oh, you can't have it back. But I mean,
it's a bad show.
Yeah, it was a horrible, horrible.
I mean, this is the worst one I've reviewed with you guys by far.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is the worst Dynamite we've ever. Reviewed.
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
absolutely. All right, so that is our show, and of course,
no, it's not.
No. Oh, wait, we got the Bobby Fish joke of the week.
I was waiting. I felt like
we need the intro. We got to get.
I felt like the show was so bad. I want to save it for the end, so I don't have a voice, so it's going to be terrible.
He was in that boxing match, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
Oh, he won?
Yeah, he's 1-0 now as a professional boxer.
All right.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, that's because he's so old. He invented boxing. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he still boxes like this.
Yeah.
Hey, put him up.
Yeah, he was actually in Queensbury when they put together the rules.
Right. But you guys, we always talk about Bobby Fish being so old, but whenever Bobby Fish wants people to think he's younger, what does he normally pull out?
No idea.
A Blockbuster card.
Oh,
no more late fees.
He's got that new VHS unit. No more Betamax.
Yeah.
That man bought a laser disc.
Oh, yeah. He just bought it like just recently. He's like, yeah, they're still going to make these.
Want to come watch Pulp Fiction on Laserdisc, man?
Yes. We're going to have like a sleepover. We're going to have popcorn and
you can wax his mustache. You can wax my mustache.
You gotta remember. You guys remember how like they used to say like Abraham Lincoln was an amateur wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever go find like some of the stills, it's Bobby Fish that he's pinning.
Yes. I gotta get a snare drum and a hi-hat for you because that was spot on.
Well, he had the same kind of like, hipster like mustache deal.
Yep. You can wax my mustache. All right, so that is our show. We have some exciting stuff coming up because of Full Gear. So Canada Dry, just spill the beans. Tell them what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. Like, no, I'm just kidding. So Wrestling with the Paranormal. This on Friday.
Yeah.
This is what time is this? 6 Eastern.
Okay.
We will be talking about the giant spiders of Africa.
Ooh,
nice.
So this is going to be like, these are cryptids. They're giant spiders, man-eating spiders.
All right.
So we're going to learn about that, and we're going to talk about all sorts of wrestling stuff. And then on Saturday, we got our prediction show.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Isaacs is on that one.
Yes,
along with Liam Wakeland. And Dollywood, if she ever gets her power back on, she's had her power outage, so that's why Jeremy is here. Yeah. And then
way to go, Jeremy. Second tier host.
you had to trade one Southerner for like a few notches below on the
So then we will have right after that.
Yeah.
After Full Gear, we're gonna have Full Gear After Dark.
Yeah.
With Trey J, myself, and JFP, and I think it'll be Joseph Graham on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then on that next Sunday, we got I'm Buff, I'm the stuff, and I cannot get enough.
Yeah.
Well,
third time is a drum.
So we're gonna find out all about his recovery and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be interesting what he has to say about that, because I don't know if he's been on any podcasts since his
relapse. Not that I know of. All right. So we got a full boat, and then of course Sunday is the All Effing Wrestling show with Boff, and then after that, who knows? Oh, next Wednesday. We'll see you for Dynamite After Dark next Wednesday. So you can go to our effing website, effingwrestling.com. You can scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down. You see all our social media links. Click, 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 click. Come and join us. Prediction League is awesome. We have a big pay-per-view prediction for Full Gear. There are championships that you can win. You can win the adulation of 1,000 million people. Does that work?
It's actually a coaster with some beer thing.
Oh, okay. I was going to start scanning it. So you go to our website, click on all that stuff, come visit us, hang out with us, chat with us. Just because we're a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. We don't take things serious. So you can, if you like t-shirts, which I unfortunately can't address, the only one that's wearing one, you can get those at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. And if you like old school wrestling, Adrian Adonis, we run his shop as well.
We just released his new shirt today.
Oh, sweet.
It's on the Pro Wrestling Tees, and it's Adrian giving the middle finger.
Yeah.
It's a really great shirt. So check that out on effing wrestling. Not effing wrestling. Pro Wrestling Tees /Adrian Adonis.
There you go.
Adrian Adonis.
Yeah. Go to our website. If you're on YouTube, if you listen to the podcast, and you have Apple, leave us a 5-star review. It actually helps us with the aggregate, helps us get noticed, get pushed. And of course, you want as many people getting in on the ground floor. I'm assuming Bob Saget died, or is that old news?
He died like a year ago, man.
I was going to say, didn't he die because of COVID?
We were here. I was just really late on his comment when we're talking about the shit everywhere.
So that's our show. On behalf of the expert, on behalf of Trey J Styles, on behalf of Canada Dry, I am the JFB.
And remember, just keep fighting.
Hell yeah. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.